game last night?
You know, I did not read him. I heard that he said he was going to keep shooting them, and yeah, I mean, I got to coach. I'm going to coach the team how I think I need to coach it. So I mean, it's as simple as that. And if I feel like that I need to make a sub, then I'll make a sub. And if I feel like we're not getting production from certain guys out on the floor, then I'll make a production the right way. I'll make a change. I don't think it's any more complicated than that.
He said if the message you sent was not to shoot three-pointers, he was going to continue to shoot three-pointers and hope that he wouldn't get benched.
I'm okay with that, but he can say anything he wants.
Isn't he being defiant?
At the end of the day, if I feel like a guy is not playing the right way for our team, I'll make a change. I don't know if there's any more than that. I mean, I can sit here and have a back and forth with him, and it excites you guys.
But Coach, it was his actions, though. It was what he said and what he was doing on the bench, laughing and joking and smiling with the crowd and the camera. It was almost as though he didn't have a care in the world.
He might not have. I have not seen that because the feed we get is a game feed, and the reality of it is when I'm coaching, I mean, it's hard for me to coach and then watch each individual on the bench to see what they're doing. So I mean, that's something maybe maybe Mitch saw it, maybe I don't know. But,
will you talk to him about it?
Well, I talk to who about it?
Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, if I do see it, I'll say something to him. But right now, I'm gonna coach this team based on who I'm gonna coach the players and put who I feel like is gonna help us win out on the floor, based on how the flow of the game's going. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Mike, with that said, while you're coaching the game, did it surprise you that an assistant or another player didn't grab Andrew when they saw that he was disengaged and not taking part in the huddles?
I mean, you guys can go back, and again, it's hard for me to know who's in the huddle and who's not in the huddle. And I mean, as you know that as a head coach, you're not looking to see if everybody's in the huddle. But the thing that I know is if you look back at any of our games, I mean, not everybody's in the huddle all the time, which I'm okay with. So I don't want to. If he wasn't in the huddle, which again I don't know, I don't want to go make a big stink of something that I haven't required the whole year. Now, is it great to have everybody in the huddle and everybody paying attention and having 100% attention on me? Yeah, but is that reality? No. I mean, I've been with championship teams and good teams where it doesn't always happen. I mean, guys might be outside the huddle talking to one another, or sometimes somebody may be talking to a referee, or somebody may be sitting because he just came out at the end of the bench or something like that, or on the bench. So, I mean, I don't want to make a big fuss out of something because he was sitting here and not in the huddle when I haven't done that in the past.
Would you say that Andrew's behavior was non-professional?
Would I say that
his behavior was non-professional?
All I know is he took a three, and I'm looking at the time and score in the flow of the game, and I felt I needed to make a change. And then I put him back in later in the game, and I didn't think that we were getting it done. So I felt like I needed to make a change again. So I made a change. I don't know, there's really not much more. If I feel like I need to make a change, I'll make a change. I think it's as simple as that.
When you put him back into the fourth quarter, when you put him back into the fourth quarter, how would you characterize his effort level, especially defensively?
Well, that's part of the reason why I took him back out. I didn't think that defensively he was active enough, and when he went back in, and that's why I made the change.
Did you see one having something? Did you see his fourth quarter effort? Do you think that was related to being pulled in the third quarter?
Did I pull him in the fourth?
Do you think that his fourth quarter effort was related to being pulled in the third quarter? That it carried over?
You would have to ask him. I don't know. I just felt like that I wanted to make a change because I thought we needed to get more aggressive in the pick and roll, on the weak side, on the ball in the post, and so I made the change. But in his, you're asking me, in his mind, because he got pulled,
empty loaf in the fourth quarter?
Oh, you would have to ask him. I don't know.
Did you talk to him today?
Yeah, I coached. He participated in practice.
How did
I coached
practice?
him. He was great. Yeah, he was great.
So no issues going into tomorrow night, unless.
I don't have an issue. You'd have to ask him if he does. I don't know.
Hey, Coach, what do you think, just in general, the drama surrounding this team? This is the number 3 team in the West, but there seems to be a lot of drama, and I know it's your first year here.
I was on the opposite side of the microphones last year, and obviously I was in a different location the previous years, and I mean, no disrespect to anything or anybody, but there always seems a lot of drama with this team. There was a book that came out about this team. There was this that came out about this team. There were, guys in the paper and coaches in the paper. So, I just think that, with this team being in LA, with this team being the Lakers, with as many championships as it has, there's going to always be drama, which is okay.
Is there a sense from you that maybe there's maybe a time where you need to sit down with Andrew and maybe say, hey, maybe it's time to grow up, maybe?
Is it what?
Maybe just the time to grow up? Because the actions he was doing on that camera, I don't know, it seemed a bit immature. So I don't know if it's time.
You're asking me to answer a question on something I didn't see. Now, obviously, anytime I feel like it's a need, there's a time that I need to sit down with my players and talk to them, I will. You can ask any of my players. If I feel like I need to address the team, I will. If I feel like I need to make a change on the court because we or somebody's not playing the right way, I will. I'm the coach, and at the end of the day, I'll take input and I'll listen to everybody and I'll give the team or individuals ownership of the process. But at the end of the day, I'm the leader of the team. I'm the head coach, and so I got to do what I think is best for this team to win. That's what I get paid to do. So, I don't have a problem doing that with anybody.
Even before yesterday's game, he had kind of lamented to himself a little bit before us on Sunday, just the fact that he hadn't gotten a lot of double-digit rebounds, I think, in the past 4 or 5 games. Have you noticed a slippage in that effort?
I know he didn't rebound well last night and then the game before, and I spoke to him about his rebounding at halftime last night, I think. Or who did we play before? Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis on Sunday.
Maybe it might have been Memphis at halftime. Maybe he had 3 rebounds or something like that. And so at halftime in the Memphis game, I spoke to him about it. And then I spoke to him again about it after the Memphis game yesterday. Matter of fact, after shoot-around, I spoke to him.
Would you attribute anything in particular to that drop-off? normally he's been pretty solid with you guys. But.
No, I don't. Watching the tape, maybe his activity, just watching the tape, his activity hadn't been what it has in the past on the weak side or on the glass.
But you've talked openly about how when you go home, your sons talk to you about what happened during the game. When you went home after the game last night, did anyone say anything about Andrew's actions to you?
No, they were all asleep by the time I got home. so thank goodness.
We had to ground them.
Yeah. And then by the time I woke up, they were gone for school. So it was a good thing.
How would you characterize your relationship with Andrew? Yeah.
What's that?
What kind of relationship do you have with him?
I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with our relationship.